Well, I haven't done any guitar videos yet on my page because I've been playing bass all the time. All my 6 strings, they're all in various states of not having 6 strings. So like even this one, it's got the A string missing, which is obviously right in the middle of everything. I mean, it is possible, you know, when you break a string, you can just carry on and jam some new ideas and stuff with missing strings. It's not really the end of the world, but what is the end of the world is if you just replace the one string, because you think, well, the others aren't broken, so they must be fine. So you put a brand new, you know, like on this, put a brand new A string on, tune it up with the others, and then it's never going to quite sit properly because obviously it's a brand new string. It hasn't, you know, all the others, even though they haven't broken yet, they've still got, you know, they've still been sweated on, and you've still got bits of your old knackered skin on them and everything. Even if you've cleaned them, they're still going to be, you know, not in the same condition they were when they were first put on. So obviously putting a brand new single string on to make up the full set is a waste of time, because then they don't match. You're better off having a full set of slightly old strings rather than having one brand new one on, because you know, it won't sound the same, because the others will have, even though they're not broken, they'll have a slightly dulled tone, which might work perfectly well for whatever you're playing. But if you've got one right in the middle that's like really bright and shiny, and it ain't going to work. It's just not worth it. So like, never string just one string. Just, if you're going to change them, just change the whole lot. So that's what I'm going to do now. That was a long way of getting around to that. Yeah, so I just unplug this, hope it doesn't make loads of noise. It is making loads of noise, so let's just turn that down. Yeah. First thing you want to do is to slacken off the existing strings and cut them all off. Oh, that was going up. Well, you don't have to do this quite for so long, but I just like the sound of it. Nearly. Okay, then you need, I don't know where my side cutters have gone, my actual like wire cutters, but a pair of pliers, as long as they've got a sharp enough grip in there, or wire cut. I've got loads of pairs of wire cutters somewhere, but none of them are in this room. So just cut my, God, I haven't used these for a while. They're all, there you go. Bing bong bing. On a Les Paul, the tail's really easy because it just comes off in one piece. So you can just lift it off and get all the bits out. There you go. Obviously on a Strat or anything like a Strat, a Super Strat sort of thing, they string. Oh, I just chucked the bridge on the floor. There you go. Obviously they string through the back. That's a little bit fiddlier when you're putting them back on, but it's not that bad. Once you've got the bottom ends off, then you can just unwrap these, get all the old ones off. While you've got all the strings off, it's a good chance to give it a clean your fingerboard and bits of the body that you can't normally get at very well. Give the headstock a bit of a once over, which I will do just with this fleece. Sometimes I'll give it a full proper clean down, but we're not doing that today. Doesn't really need it. Okay, then we've got, well, I've just got a normal set of 10s. Nines. I generally find nines are a bit light for my playing, usually. Obviously it does depend what music you're playing. but generally, even when I'm just noodling about, sometimes I like to tune down to drop D, so you don't want 9s for that. This is a number 10. Thread it through over the bridge. Okay, now 30. Now when you're wrapping the string around the tuning head, it's important not to end up with too much wrapped around it, especially with the bigger strings, because it puts unnecessary strain on the tuners. So really all you want is you know, half a turn round it and then thread it through. Then once it's pulled through, start to tighten it just to take up the slack. Okay, so I don't know how well you can see that. But basically you put the string through, and then as you wind it round, it winds downwards. So this part is through the hole is at the top, and then the excess winds downwards. 17. $26. 36. 46. Okay, so that is all 6 strings now on, all brand new, nice and shiny. So all we've got left to do now is tune it. But one thing that's important to remember is not to cut the excess off the top too quickly. It's best to leave it on for a bit while the strings settle in, while you play it for a bit, and then once it's settled, then you can cut them off. And it's generally good practice on the wound ones to pinch a little right angle in them. Yeah, so you could get some pliers and just bend the string and then cut it after the bend. And it's basically so that the windings don't sort of undo at the end, so it kind of holds them in place. Otherwise, you know, it can affect your tone or your tuning, or the string won't last as long. So there we go. I'll get tuned up and not cut those off, and then let's play something quick before the battery on the camera cops it.